Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming to Dale Chanel's 48th World, where we do none other than the young and the restless recaps and reviews each day that they give it to us of the coming current episodes for their show. I would like to recap and review with you, so come on in, shut the door, cock a squat, and let's get right on into it, shall we? Well, why not? Okay, that's what we're here for, right? Alrighty now. We're going to that first scene. We have Paul and Christine. They're going over Dylan's case with another thorough comb and making sure they got all the bugs, the kinks, and everything out. When Kevin comes in and gives them both an update on Dylan's whereabouts. Then we have Sharon comes in and says she needs to talk with Dylan. I'm like, girl, sit yourself down somewhere. Okay, go back to your little flat house that's on the main property of the Newmans, meaning Victor, and sit yourself down because you don't cause enough trouble mentally for everybody. Okay, but she coming in there with all these doggone demands. All right, when you had him at home before he left, you should have been putting all those demands on him and forbidding him this, that, and the other to go out here and take this dangerous assignment. That's what you should have been doing when you had a chance, but you didn't do it. So shut up. Okay. Oh, then they show this cute picture of Mr. Dillon, all up in his new cover up, like he's living in Miami somewhere. Like he on Miami Vice or something. Anyway, we're gonna move straight from that scene because it was too hard to believe, and I chuckled a lot when I saw it. I'm like, don't even picture him. It don't even look like him. Okay, his cover's already blown because I can tell just looking at him, he's an undercover cop. So I don't know what the writers were doing. I don't know what they were thinking. But anyway, we move from there. We go to Victor. Victor has injured or re-injured his shoulder. He's out there practicing boxing and whatnot. Cause you know he wasn't in no fist fight, no street brawl, because he would have came. Somebody would have got a lick off his behind. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was just a go down lick, he would have had some bruises somewhere. Okay, but he does injure his left shoulder, and he comes home telling his baby Nikki to take off his jacket. Like, how did you get your jacket on? How did you get your jacket on? How did you drive home, honey? Don't play the phone. Take that damn jacket off yourself and sit your seasoned ass down. Pretty much is what I wanted to tell him. But she goes and gets him and motions him and sits him down on the sofa, and she get the massaging on him. I'm like, oh, I can't, I won't, I don't. We moving on. We go to Faith. Faith has calmed down for breakfast. Meaning I didn't know she was gonna spend the night with her dad and it, but I guess they were talking into the wee hours of the morning, knowing the girl had to go to school the next day. So I don't know what he coming with all this fuckery. All right, but she comes down for breakfast, and she see her dad sitting, doing something, reading the news, drinking coffee, whatever. Very scripted scene, but we know soap operas are scripted, so we're not gonna go too much into that. But he's pretty much planning the day, what he's gonna do, and probably how he's gonna have to scoot Faith on in now, since she's just a troubled child. She just hates to be not noticed on any front. I'm like, get her therapy, please. Somebody gets a girl some therapy because she need to be hanging out with kids her own age. That's what I would like the writers to do sometime. Let them have play dates. Let us see them in their own child environment. Why is she always around these grown folks trying to handle these grown folk situations when her mind can't even conceive the thought of being grown yet? And when she do gets to that tender age of being an adult, a young adult, she's gonna be back burnt out and have to go be like Paul's sister, in the same asylums and just a hard thing to be living with. She's gonna be on pills all the rest of her life to control her mood swings. Woo, let a child be a child, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, it goes on from there. And then her and her dad have a little talk. He asked her what she want for breakfast. She made the hardest damn breakfast thing to make instead of getting that cereal like she ended up doing at the end of this particular episode. She want her dad to make her some chocolate chips, pancakes and stuff. I'm like, really? You want your dad to make some chocolate chip? And you see how he getting around the house, half on one cylinder and the other 9 a shot. But yet you gonna sit there and tell him you want the hardest type of breakfast a man can fix on short notice when he got another infant child upstairs that's bound to wake up at any time. But okay, we see he tried to do it, but then old Christian wakes up and throws a monkey bar wrench into her whole plans. I'm like, wake up, Faith. You're not the only show in town. You have other siblings that need your father's attention. Okay, woo, like Noah, like Summer, like Christian. I mean, come on, you've always been the center of attention forever and a day. Anybody forgot about you, but they need to tend to the other ones that can't tend to themselves. You know what I'm saying, Faith? So go get some kids, some girlfriends, some boyfriends, and do some things with them. Stop all up in the house trying to get all these grown folks' attention and shit. Anyway, moving on from there. We need to send her to boarding school. That's everybody else got sent to boarding school. Victoria got sent to boarding school. Shit, go to boarding school. Send things on off. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Nick has to go get Christian because he's crying. She hears him on the monitor. So that's when old Faith looking disappointed, like I ain't got my daddy's attention no more. No, you don't. Okay, you don't need to have it anyway. Not at this time. We'll find some time for you, but we're gonna have to plan pencil you in on the calendar. Okay, we go to commercial. We come back. We have Sharon. Sharon is sitting down with Christine. Sharon is sitting down with Christine, Paul, and Kevin comes and walks in, and they're trying to talk about Dylan. Sharon is worried about Dylan. Of course, everybody's having these uneasy feelings about Dylan. It ain't just you, Sharon. It ain't just you. Like I said, you had the opportunity to talk him down, but you did. You just pushed him pretty much on out the door because you think about your old selfish self, too, instead of impregnating yourself again with his sperm and keeping it moving. Okay? Anyway, we go to Paul. Paul throws everybody out the office so he can talk to his daughter-in-law by himself. Thinking he gonna drop dime and give her a little information. No, Sharon. He's just gonna want to get you straight. Like you just can't come up in this office trying to willy-nilly bully somebody into giving you some evidence of where your husband is, which is my son. He was my son before he became your husband, okay? So chill the fuck out, okay? But he didn't want to say it out in front of Christine or Kevin. He just wanted to get her straight one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? So she'll know not to make that mistake again and try these antics one more time. No, he shut her down. Shut her down, okay? Here we go to Dylan. Dylan is playing his undercover role to the T. Who I tell you, he smells and looks like an undercover cop to me. But, the writers had to do what they would do. Then we go back to Faith. Faith had made herself some cereal. I'm like, that's what you should have made when you came downstairs trying to talk to your dad about making some pancakes. You should have made your cereal and kept it moving. But anyway, Nikki comes back from tending to Christian, and he finds his Faith is, feeling some kind of way, and that she had to make her own breakfast. I'm like, nah, I wouldn't even try to even get in her mood because she's a female. She got that estrogen going in. It's just coming up a little bit early for her. And she just get on my nerves. I don't saw her cycle, too. She's 9, but you can get cycles quicker. But she going to get her quicker because she just got too emotional. Too many emotions going on. She need to go right back with her mama. Crazy pop. Crazy ass. Sharon. With a little help from Nikki. With a little help from her sister. No, I guess it would be her aunt, Victoria. They could all get around her. Hell, she got Summer, she got Abby, got all them folks. They can help her out with her cycle. She don't really want to be up there with her mama. You know what I'm saying? But she got too much going on right now. She got too much going on. Okay, then we go to Nikki. Nikki is daunting or, giving him too much extra attention that he didn't really need because he went out there and injured his own self, so he should be taking care of himself. You know what I'm saying? I give him some pain relievers, some ibuprofen, and I said just kick your feet up on the sofa and just let the medication take its effect, and I'll check on you a little later because ain't no sense of massaging because you might need some hot ice. I mean, some dry ice or ice or heat. I don't know which one. Take your poison, whichever. But I got something to do. So Nick, he goes around talking to Victor about investing his time in the family and into some other adventure. And Nick, she trying to do as much as she can, but she knows she got something set up for her other son, her second son, Nicholas, that she need to take to. And the first thing come out of Victor's mouth, where you going? Like, you didn't tell her where you were going when you left the house when you came back with your injured shoulder, now did you? Fall back, Victor, fall back. Go to commercial, come back. We have Nicholas is feeding Christian. He already got Faith out of school. And he's look like he's trying to find some nannies for Christian because he's failing miserably and he don't know how to reach out to his mom or to Chelsea or somebody. Say, find me somebody. If y'all don't want to help me with my son and babysit this, that, and the third, or teach me how to properly do it, then help me find somebody. I can't do this by myself. I can handle the ones that can do for themselves, like Faye, Noah, or any other. Hell, I can pretty well handle. Well, no, I can't handle them. No, because Victoria kids are straight up from the hood. I can't handle them either. But I'm going to need some help. I'm going to need some help with my Christian. So that's what he could have did. Let's enlist these women he know. But anyway, he's on the phone talking to her nanny service and this, that, and the other. And poor Christian, he got tired of his dad. He wanted to play with his daddy too. So he just took some of his yogurt that he would eat and just flipped it towards Nicholas' way, and it just got everywhere. Yeah, it did. Got everywhere on his shirt. He's like, okay, I'm going to take me a moment because my son is, trying to play. I played snowball fight with my oldest, well, somewhere in the middle daughter. And now my son trying to, play yogurt fight with me. So he pretty much said, I got to fade to black for a moment. Let me call you back. So in the same instance, we got Nicholas' mama, Nikki, coming over with some nannies that he didn't know nothing about. But she come knocking on his door, bringing in 2 women for help. I was like, thank you, Lord, for mothers. That's why we get the highest esteem, total praise when it comes to being a mother. Because mothers always know. So Nicholas need not even make no more phone calls because mama has come to the rescue for his needs. She brought him a pretty much seasoned, told by total line type nanny. Then he about one a little bit younger, a little more free spirited when taking care of children. And he chose the right one. And I had chose it when I saw her and he was talking with her and stuff. She didn't have that much education, but she had the fundamentals of, rearing or helping take care of a child while the adult is gone. You know what I'm saying? She had an adult feature about herself, but you could tell she was just honed into the kid. She was being protective of the kid and all of this, that, and the third. And she wouldn't be someone they couldn't mold into their own type of mode they wanted their sitter or nanny for their child versus getting one that's already been out there. Her credentials are excellent. She's worked for the best. She's trained herself of honing her skills for her skills to be able to be in her field of taking care of children and helping her revenue grow and all this stuff. So much you can't really manipulate or just flexible in the way of thinking. They're too structured and they don't want to come out of any of that. No matter how much you pay them or how much you tell them, you need them to be more childlike versus being authoritarian all the time. And you know what's best for them and this, that, and that. One of them European nannies. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, whoo, they even look evil. Just from their makeup and their demeanor of their body posture, you be like, nah, that's okay. You finna send me to jail is what you're trying to do, boss. But he chose the right one. Her name was Monica. But we move on from this situation. We go to Victor. Victor has come into the office and Abby is wondering why he's there, and Abby's going to tell Victor her passion because he want to know what her passion is, what she needs to go after so he can help her with it because he's trying to really find himself because he done all he can with his business. He's leaving it for his kids because he know age is time is not on his side. He's more in the evening hours of the aspect of how we look at grown people as they navigate through their different 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And we know he's in that 78 round. So he knows, and we all knows he can't continue to have the ham. But Victor ain't gonna let go of that ham till life or breath or essence go out of his body. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just whoever he left talking to and signed over documents of his company, who he wants to run it. So he's asking, Pat, I'm like, damn, he done went through all his children. One died, Adam. Nicholas done went crazy because he done had the rims for him for some time. And we already know what happened to Victoria. So he got new blood. So it's time for him to drive Abby into the abyss and see can she come out. So he just testing her. He don't too much care if she held the reins or not. But at least all of his kids have had that opportunity while he was still on this earth in a good mind, sound mind and body, that he can train them the way he wants them to think when it comes to keeping his baby alive, even after he's gone. You know what I'm saying? We leave that situation. We go to Paul. Paul is telling Sharon, no, he cannot give her any information, period. That's it. Point blank, he shuts her down. Sharon is pissed at Paul, and she tells him before she leaves, if anything happened to her husband, his son, it's going to be on his head. I'm like, he already knew that, Sharon. He already knew that. Okay, girl, get out of here with your guilt tripping. We go to commercial, we come back, we have Nicholas. Nicholas is surprised that his mom has forethought to hire him some help with the kids, for a Christian, pretty much. Then we have Mariah asking Sharon, what's wrong with her? And it's dealing in trouble because Sharon come home all willy-nilly and stuff and, trying to misplace, throw stuff around. And I'm like, girl, go get you a drink or something. Something dealing in the clear category. Some tequila or vodka do you find, you just take a nap. Or better yet, take your medication because I'm sure you hadn't had it this morning. Okay, then we go to Christian. Christine, she comes back to talk to Paul about Sharon, and Paul is getting an update from Kevin about Dylan's, his cover and all this, and has it been compromised and this, that, and the third. Then we go to Dylan. Dylan is waiting for Alex, and Alex comes in, but he's thinking he's meeting with a man, but actually it's a beautiful, sexy woman. Shocker! How is that going to happen with him being married? Is he going to be able to keep his hands to himself, or he got to toe the line and play his undercover role? I don't know. Interesting, isn't it? We go to commercial, we come back. We hear Abby tells Victor she's been pouring her heart and her soul in the family business and she loves it. And Victor like, oh, you feel it like I feel it? Woo, like pure ecstasy, right? Better than sex, huh? So anyway, they both agree. Victor gives her a big old hug. Then Abby's asking Victor for more added responsibility. He wants her to step up her role in the company, this, that, and the third. Then she tells him, I want to handle one of your heavy hitters accounts. And she gives the name and stuff. And Victor says, that's kind of dicey. Are you sure you're ready for it? She said, yes, I've been groomed for it. He takes the challenge. But Victor ain't gonna get nothing to nobody until he feel out he got plan A, plan B, plan C. He want them to win, but Abby really don't know. He's still behind the shadows, pulling the strings, and hopefully they're gonna pick the ones that he chose for them to pick. You know what I'm saying? And then if they don't, he know how to go restructure things back so it could seem like they had the good idea. Victor's just gonna be Victor all day, every day with each episode. Okay, that they give us. So Victor said, "Okay, go for it, baby girl." I'm like Victor. Abby, you just don't know. He treated you like he treated Nicholas. He treated Adam. He treated Victoria before her. And I'm like, poor baby Abby. But she will learn before it's over with. Here we go to Nicholas. Nicholas is doing his interview with both of the women, but I think he's going to give and hire the younger one, which was Monica, because she likes to play with cars and this, that, and the other. She even left her interview while she was talking with Nicholas about getting the job and stuff. And when it got Christian a car, and he was like, okay. I'm like, damn, he didn't play with that car either. But whatever. But it seems like, she was just had forethought of having little brothers and sisters and know what to keep them busy and this, that, and the other. And Nick liked that versus the one he ended up secondly interviewing on that same day with both women being present. And she couldn't even tell him what was her favorite toy when she was young. I'm like, okay, game over. Monica wins, hands down. Anyway, we leave that situation. We go to Dylan. Dylan and Alex are talking small talk. They're at this little lounge around club or whatnot, their little meet and greet session. And he's go quick to asking about Fisk, which is the guy that he's trying to take down because he's heavy into drugs, this, that, and the third. And that's the case, Paul and Cricket had put him in, Christine had put him on. We go to commercial, we come back. We have Nikki has come back and she wants to know which one did Nicholas choose. And of course, he said he liked Monica better. And she said, right, that's the one I was going to choose, but I couldn't tell you. Then it was just like, oh, okay. So she said, you chose very well. Both of them are very good at what they do. But it was going to be your choice if you had to choose. She didn't want to get into it. I don't know, try to let him out. And then that's basically how it was. So she asked Nicholas before she left, has he heard from his brother? He said, no, why you ask? He said, well, I was thinking maybe Sharon had told you something, or, I'm just worried about him and I'm not getting any information from Sharon nor Paul, and it just is what it is. So we go to Mariah. Mariah's trying to calm down Sharon about Dylan's whereabouts. Sharon is confiding in Mariah about she really felt that Dylan left because he didn't want to deal with the issues of losing baby Sully / Christian. And that she really didn't try to pretty much fight to keep him there. So she's feeling bad about her decision, that she could have did more, but she didn't. Okay, then we go to Abby. Abby pulls off her first big contract for Victor's company. He congratulates Abby when Nikki comes in, and then tell Victor where she's been and this, that, and the third. And, Victor saying, well, if you really want me to put down them ears to the ground, I can find Dylan and we can, resolve all this.
Now they come in.
And you'll know, where he is. And she's like, I don't know. I might put his life more in danger if we go do that. So now I'll just do like Paul said, just wait it out. And then he's okay. He gives Nikki a hug, this, that, and the third. Then we go to Dylan. Dylan's going to take Alice to his rented room upstairs to try and, I guess, advance this case a little more by mixing a little business with pleasure. So he can break this case on fist so he can come back. But he's just, he ain't thinking that one through. But like I said, if I could just look at him and say he's an undercover cop, the rest of them could too. And I don't have no, what do you call it, police background and intelligence of that nature. I just have a good instinct on people. Okay, then we go to commercial. We come back. We have Nikki is embracing Victor for his concern, but she's going to wait Dylan out. Then we go to Nikki. Nikki and Victor are talking about Abby, the one to take over the business. They never thought that or saw that one coming. Then both of them are talking about spending time with one another and less business ventures for Victor. Because he's still in his little willy-nilly mood. He don't know where he fit in no more. But he know he ain't letting go of his company. You know, not right now. Not at this date and time. Okay, then we go to Nicholas. Nicholas has called his sitter to come back to watch Christian. And he believes he's made a good choice. Okay, then we go to the last final scene. We have Sharon's going crazy, and Mariah's trying to get her to relax about the situation when it comes to Dylan, and this, that, and the third. But you know, she couldn't even keep Sharon secret or keep her steady when they were trying to hide the secret about Christian and Sully. You know, the Sully child. So Mariah need to fall all the way back, let Sharon bursting and combust in front of her. Maybe it'll be good and nobody saves her, so she can really get back on even keel and stop all this madness she's trying to do. So she's going around here making all these idle threats and this, that, and but she can put him in the graveyard just for knowing just too much about, or you know, sparking up too much interest of concern that could put Dylan in danger. So she's just crazy. Crazy as a bed bug. But anyway, thank you for coming in to my house, sitting down, let's chatting and chit-chatting about The Young and the Restless. We'll be back later on today to discuss more episodes that they're going to give us for January the 12th, which is Thursday. Poppy Live. And I will talk with y'all then. And probably we'll have tea and crumpets. Okay? Take care, y'all. Blessings. Bye-bye.